Back in 2016, I was in high school and I was about to give a speech to my class. And the topic was to speak about your favorite Indian freedom fighter because I was in India when I was in high school and I was surrounded by an Indian education system. The freedom fighter I chose to talk about was Jawaharlal Nehru. And when it was my turn to give my speech, I felt like I was in panic mode. My heart was beating really fast, that I was very insecure to speak in front of everyone and talk about what I'm saying. In the middle of the speech, this is where I start to mix up words and phrases that didn't seem to really connect. And this is the moment where the little bit of confidence that I had in myself turned into an embarrassment. Everyone was giggling silently to each other while the teacher told them to be quiet. But the teacher also was looking at me in kind of like a weird way, is that the way I'm speaking and the way I'm delivering it to my classmates. In the middle of the speech, I asked my teacher if I can look up my sentences real quick. And she says, yes, go ahead. And then I start reading out of the paper like this and like, this is what, I was just looking up a little bit about Nehru's accomplishments because that's what I wanted to primarily cover in my speech. And I didn't realize that this was also a timed speech. So I had to deliver the speech within 2 minutes. Halfway towards the speech, my time was over. The teacher said that you should have come prepared and you should remember your sentences properly. I was already embarrassed enough that I started stuttering and breaking up my words, that it had everyone else giggling in the corner talking about it. And so from that moment onwards, even after I graduated from high school, when I moved to the US in 2020 to go to college, I felt this transition of culture from one country to another and how I was really shy and awkward in front of talking to people who would stutter every single sentence. And this was probably the main reason why even sometimes I tend to not reframe sentences together and they can go out of alignment. I don't know. That's probably just me. Maybe I'd like to say it has gotten better, but we'll get to that in a second. And so when it was time to go to university in person, because the first year was fully remote due to the COVID pandemic, and realistically, my sophomore year was actually my first year in person, if that makes sense. And so when I went to college, I noticed a very different lifestyle in the way people live, the way this culture is, the values, and whatever you want to talk about. I felt like I was going to be dealt with challenges that I've never felt before. And keep in mind, I already had issues with communicating with other people. And to me, I had a really strong interest of socializing with other people, making new friends, talking to more women, and being like that cool kid who could attract people towards him, because I never had that opportunity to express myself in high school. So I wanted university to be that route to present myself out there. I will be honest, I happened to stumble across some really good people who have come across in my life, who have helped me navigate through the challenges I experienced and enabling me to be more social with other people. The one thing I was also really struggling to have with other people is maintaining eye contact, because I was always told is when you look at a person, you want to look towards them and just speak whatever in the conversation. Sometimes it's important to also take a break and like look around or pause in between to speak whatever you're going to speak to another person or a group of people. And as time grows and as I evolve as a person and being exposed to social environments, I tend to pick up naturally in how I communicate to other people. It was honestly more about putting myself out there often. As someone who used to be very shy and very reserved, I kind of forced myself to go talk to other people because, again, I wanted to be socially connected and attract other people into my life. In order to do that, I had to be more expressive of myself and portray my character. So you might be wondering, why am I hearing this and what is the purpose of hearing the story? The purpose of what I've just shared with you right now is to help you progressively get better in speaking to other people and becoming that social person if that is who you aim to be. But chances are you do want it. Being a social person is such an important thing out there that most people tend to ignore. And it comes from the way you present yourself to other people. And what I've learned from my years of experience, coming from challenges to growth, to be honest, I am still learning, I am still growing. Sometimes I tend to stutter in some of the videos I make, and sometimes some things may not connect with each other. But I can definitely share with you in what has helped me become more communicative progressively over the years of time. Number one, get the reps in. And what I mean by that is you want to just force yourself in just talking to other people, even if it's a simple conversation that goes like, hey, how are you? How's your day going? And the other person receives that with kindness as well. So you can start small. And when you're probably in a mutual setting or you're with your friends, and let's just say they introduce you to another friend of theirs, this is where you could talk about just who you are as an individual, what your likes and dislikes are, because most people appreciate you for being real rather than making up something that doesn't exist or something that you think outside of the box. Because authenticity alone is what will connect people, and the way you express that is just sharing your own story and being you. If you be real about yourself, you will attract the right people in your life. Now, you might not attract everyone, but again, this is just giving you a chance to improve your communication skills, improve your speaking skills in attracting the people into your life. Number two, reading. This habit alone has helped me identify new vocabulary and learn new concepts that I've never learned in my past. And with reading, it gives you that opportunity to learn and actually teach that concept to another person or apply it in your real life. Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing with your lifestyle, sometimes whatever you learn can be applied to your lifestyle. And not only does this help you grow in your life, it also shows the other person is that you are smart and intelligent with the amount of knowledge you consume. Like if you just pick one concept and you start talking about it, people will fall in love with the way you're speaking. People will admire the way you're speaking boldly. Number three, podcasts. For most people, and I don't mean to be rude, have a short-term attention spasm, which causes them to not stay or not hear content that is more than like a couple of seconds, minutes. Most podcasts go about a minimum to 30 minutes or an hour, 2 hours or more. But the reason why I am highlighting the importance of either listening or watching a podcast is that you will learn how people speak. You will learn how, especially if you watch a video podcast, you will see the body language, the eye contact, and the personality of that person, how they're expressing themselves in front of the other person. That is how you will automatically learn to improve your speaking skills. If not at that level of where the speakers are, you will at least grasp the way they speak and the way they hook their audience into what they're saying. That's the goal I want you to take away from a podcast. Number four, attend social gatherings or social events. Now, there are social environments that promote healthy activities and some that don't. But I want to keep that aside for a minute and talk about the actual environment itself. Let's take a typical environment that most people are probably aware of, the gym. Like, you can start by going to the front desk and just saying hello, how are you to the receptionist. And from there, when you go into your workout stations, maybe you can fist bump a person along the way saying that, hey, how's it going? What you working on today? Like, it's as simple as that. Maybe some people would be hesitant, or some people would be doing their own thing. But this is where you need to understand is that you need to take those micro conversations and put them into bigger conversations. It's always easier if you go into social environments that is something common you share with each other. And this makes it more easier for you to engage in a healthy, smooth conversation which has a steady flow. And let's just say you approached a new person that you never met in your life and it didn't go well. That's okay, because this is where you learn from your mistake and you improve better and better. Human beings are never perfect in the way we speak. It does take practice. Some people get it faster, some people get it slower, but eventually you will get there. The way you speak will define your character, because when you present yourself in front of another person, they will be left with an image that they always think about whenever they talk to you in the future. It's okay to make mistakes. I'm not asking you to be a perfectionist. It takes time. What I didn't learn in high school, I made progress in university. Always keep talking, keep practicing, even if it's with a family member, a close friend, or a video that you're recording with your phone. Just keep talking. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, even if it's cringe, just talk about it. And if you found anything that was helpful to you in any way, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. And I would really appreciate if you could also consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more relevant content from a somewhat small YouTuber. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.